Hello, America. I'm Kwame Innis, the host of the People's Forum, and I have some very poignant words. Today is Juneteenth. We've been discussing for the last 12 episodes the reparations controversy here in America between Democrats, Republicans, quote unquote, black, white, or American descendants of slaves. And what we wanted to do at the end of this was actually give some solutions, frame it, and kind of take it out of the feelings and say what people want. And I think what I've been able to extract from all of the reading and all of the conversations is that the number one thing that Black Americans want from our country is the acceptance, the apology, and then the redress. First, you just have to say, it happened, and we're sorry, and we're going to do what it takes to make you whole again. Not that it happened and you should get over it, but it happened, and we have to do what it takes to make you whole and to bring you in to the fabric of the country, okay? So the first thing they said is 40 acres a mule plus $100. Well, we haven't gotten to 40 acres. It's 40,000, for those 4 million families, we're talking about 4 million acres that we're supposed to be getting, and we don't have it. According to Sean Rochester's book, we're missing 1.5 million businesses with staff. We're missing $5.5 trillion. It's all been extracted. So first we're gonna need land. After we get land, of course, what we're gonna need? We're gonna need status. We're gonna need that same sovereign status that the American Indian has, that the American Eskimo has here in America. We need that status to protect us. And who's supposed to protect us? Our government that goes around the world fighting for people's rights. We are what do we call ourselves? The policemen of the world. We're fighting for democracy every place. We have to fight for the rights of Black Americans right here on our own soil. We fought in the Civil War. We fought in the Spanish-American War. We fought in the American Revolution. We fought in the Vietnam War, the Korean War. We fought in every single war. And we're the only group of people that has never, ever, ever turned against this country in armed rebellion. I'll say that again. Black Americans, the only group of people that have never turned against this country in armed rebellion. Next, we need an advisory council. We need an esteemed group of scholars. We need engineers, economists, political scientists, doctors. We need all of these people to be sitting on a panel so that we can figure out the best thing for ADOS, which is in turn the best thing for the country. If ADOS is not well, the country is not well. The country can never be great without the ADOS population being great as well. If you want to make America great again, make our ADOS healthy. The next thing we need, of course, it's going to come down financials. There has to be a monetary portion to this redress. There has to be. The monetary portion needs to be structured in a trust that is irrevocable and cannot be sold, it can't be transferred, it cannot be taken out of a family, and it has to be given down generation after generation in perpetuity, and it has to be protected. People should be living off the interest from that money, not the money itself. And if structured properly, then it will work. The next thing we need, of course, is education. What I don't like to hear is by giving a donation to one of the historically Black colleges, somehow that's reparations for Black people. Nothing could be further from the truth. You have to provide an economic budget, whether it's $50,000. Let me throw the stat at you. America spends $100,000 a year on prisons, $100,000. But they're not willing to spend $10,000 on college. You could give me $10,000 to go to the University of Indiana. You could give me $30,000 to take care of my family and still save $60,000. And you don't have to worry about robbery, drugs, homelessness, or any other sort. But you have to put the money, the New Deal for Black people needs to be thought of in that manner. Put $40,000 in the hand of a young man or a young woman and allow them to go to school and take care of their family, and you don't have to worry about them being a criminal, because no one is born a criminal. Criminals are made. In America here, we make criminals. We criminalize people and we make them. We grow them up in a nice big incubator. We feed them, we water them, and we give them plenty of sunlight, and then we're a nice big monster. We put them on television and we say, look what he did, look what she did. That's not fair. That's not America. That's not the America that I want to be in. Next thing we need, of course, is a federal exempt status. Okay? The only thing that in federal exempt in the black community are the churches. We have churches on every corner, and they're all federally exempt, and the money is leaving the community and doing nothing for the community. Okay? We ourselves as people, as individuals, need that exempt status because that will allow us to build wealth. Lastly, federal jobs. There should be, and I know people are not going to like this, there should be a quota of jobs set aside for black Americans, because guess what? We had all the jobs during slavery. So don't play games with me now. We had all the jobs. Part two of this component is, of course, setting up industries. We have to set up communications. You can't have your own sovereign anything if you don't have the ability to communicate. We're in the internet era. You have to have television, you have to have radio, you have to have print media. We have to own all these things independently. You also need transportation. Without trains, planes, automobiles, you don't have anything. If you don't have your own bus companies, as we once had your own taxi companies, you have to have your own means of transportation. Education, you know, the schools are great. You know, historically black colleges are phenomenal. My daughter's getting ready to attend Florida A&M University. I proudly support historically black colleges. My son went to a state university, predominantly white. You know, you can get educated at either one, but we need to support them and support black kids who are trying to go. Don't say go to school and then raise your shoulders and to say we don't know how you're going to pay for it, because that's disingenuous. We need hospitals, we need dentals, we need mental health facilities. One of the #1 problems in the black community is mental health, PTSD, stress. These things are being put into our community as somehow they're a symptom, you know, that we're born with. These symptoms are created. You know, we need manufacturing, we need tech, we need STEM, we need land management, we need internal security. One of the wonderful things about being a sovereign nation is having your own police, having your own judges, having your own criminal justice system where you actually are judged by a group of your peers. Right now, the average black man, 1 in 3 black men will see time in prison in his lifetime. 1 in 3. 1 in 3. You know, that's an impossible number to get out of your head. Okay? We have 51% of the prisoners in the United States are black men. You know, that's not by accident. You know, the prison industrial complex is one of the #1 investment industries that rich people are investing in. Doesn't make any sense, you know. So that's my op-ed. That's the last thing I want to say. Thank you very, very much. That came from the heart. We'll see you next season.